Hello everyone. Now the topic for the today's discussion is the transportation lag. Transportation lag is also called as the distance velocity lag, or some book it is also referred as a dead time lag. Simply, it is means the residence time of the fluid in a vessel. Now let me give you an example. Suppose there is a pipe having length L, and let a fluid is flowing through this pipe with some volumetric flow rate meter cube per second. Now what I have done, I have just increased the temperature of the fluid at the inlet, and I am just measuring the change in the temperature of the fluid at the outlet. Shall I suddenly notify this change in the input at the outlet? No. Why? Because the heated fluid will take some time to flow from input to the outlet where I am measuring the temperature of the fluid. Simply, instantly I will not notify the change in the outlet of the fluid. And why this occur? This is the reason we call as, this is due to the factor that is called as the transportation lag. And why it is occurring? Because it takes time to flow from its inlet to the outlet so that change in the temperature should be notified. This is the simple example, but in terms of the definition, it is referred as this. Simply, it is the time required for a small element of the fluid to flow from the inlet of the pipe to the exit of the pipe. This was the major reason that why I was not able to sense the instant change in the outlet temperature of the fluid. Why? Because it was the time required. It was the time required for a small element of the fluid to flow from the inlet of the pipe to the exit of the pipe. Now, whether this transportation lag is desirable in chemical processes? No, it is not. Why? Because there is a time delay. You are changing your input, but you are not notifying the change in the output. Why? Due to the presence of the transportation lag. So how could be it is desirable? So the value of the transportation lag should be as minimum as possible. So the value of the transportation lag is minimum. This means that you will get the instant changes in the output. Now the control problem become more complicated due to the presence of the transportation lag parameter. As far as the chemical process has been concerned, you know there is a long pipelines and there is a flow of the reactant, flow of the fluid. So you just changes the flow in the concentration at the inlet, but changes in the outlet concentration should be notified after time delay, after dead time, or due to the time transportation lag parameter. So this is not desirable very well, or these make the control problems more complicated. So what is the intention of the chemical engineer? What should be the intention of the chemical engineer? To minimize this transportation lag parameter. And how it can be minimized? A simple thumb rule is that remove the length, or you can say that place your equipment very closer to each other so that there should be very less transportation lag parameter. If the length of the pipe is less, this means that the transportation lag parameter is less. So you can say that the control, this can be minimized by placing the equipment very closer to each other, or by providing the proper layout such that close your chemical process equipment very close to each other, or provide a very proper plant layout so that the delay in the transportation of the fluid should be minimum, and hence the transportation lag parameter should be minimum. Consider the example now again. Consider that this is a simple pipe having length L. Now consider that the cross-sectional area of this pipe is A, and let the fluid is flowing with Q meter cube per second through this pipe. Initially at the steady state, inlet temperature is equal to outlet temperature. Now what I will do, I will provide the state change to this temperature, or I will just increase the temperature of the fluid from its steady state value to some other value. Now consider that this is the fluid stream or some fluid particles. Now when I will this fluid stream will be transferred from flow from here to here only. Then after that time tau d I will notify the changes in the temperature. Instantly I will not able, because this fluid stream will be required to transfer from here to there, and only then I will notify the temperature. Only then I will notify the changes in the temperature of the fluid. Instantly I will not able to do. So how can I minimize this change transportation lag parameter? Either I have increased the flow rate, or either I have to decrease the length of the pipe. So simply, mathematically, the transportation lag parameter can be defined as area multiplied by length. So area multiplied by length is equal to volume of the pipe divided by volumetric flow rate of the pipe. So either you have to reduce the length, either you have to reduce the area, or either you have to reduce both these factors, or either you have to increase the volumetric flow rate, so that your transportation lag parameter will be minimum. So you can say that volume of the pipe divided by volumetric flow rate of the fluid. So what is the unit of the transportation lag parameter? So tau d, unit of the transportation lag parameter is meter cube, meter square, area multiplied by length meter, that is meter cube, divided by volumetric flow rate has unit meter cube per second. Meter cube per second. So this meter cube and this meter cube will be get cancelled, and to go unit of the tau d will be second. So it is nothing but the time delay. It is nothing but the time delay to observe changes in the output when the changes in the input are given. Simply this is meant as the transportation lag parameter, and it is highly undesirable. It makes the control problem more complicated, and it can be reduced by proper plant layout or by placing the equipment very close to each other, so that the length of the transportation will be reduced, and or otherwise by increasing the flow rate, so that the transportation lag parameter should be minimum. Transportation lag or transportation lag parameter. Now for this condition, for this derivation, I have considered a simple example. Consider this is a pipe through which a fluid is flowing with very high velocity or with very high volumetric flow rate. Consider A is the cross-sectional area of this pipe. Now consider that x and y, x is the inlet temperature of the fluid and y is the outlet temperature of the fluid. And also consider that our aim is to find out how the temperature y varies when we change the inlet, or our aim to determine the transfer function with respect to change in the input and how the change in the output occur. That is our aim. Now initially consider the steady state. The fluid is flowing with some volumetric flow rate, and initially the temperature is constant at the inlet and at the outlet. So we call it as a steady state. So consider that at steady state condition, the inlet temperature, consider at inlet temperature at steady state condition will be x of s, and outlet temperature will be y of s. And our aim is to determine the changes in the output with respect to the changes in the input, that will be the transfer function. Now at steady state condition, x of s is equal to y of s. Consider equation number 1. Now what I will do, at time t is equal to 0, I will just give the step input to the inlet temperature. Suppose the state change is given to the input x of t is equal to 1. Whether I will observe the changes in the output at the same time? No, I will require some time for that. So consider that the change in the output, that will be notify me only after some time to transfer this fluid laterally to this. That will be the transportation lag parameter. Means there will be the delay to notify the changes in the output, though I have already changed the input. Therefore, I can write the equation number 2 as the change in the outlet temperature will notify only after time tau. So y of t is equal to x of t minus tau. X of t minus tau t. This time y of t, changes in the output will be observed only changes in the input, means you can say that x of t is equal to y of t plus tau d, means after time tau d only the changes will be observed. This is your equation number 2. This proves that the output signal lags behind the input, or the output signal lags behind input by tau d. Here I need input by tau d. So what I will do now, I will subtract equation 1 from equation 2, or equation 2 minus equation 1. So what I will get here? Here I will get y of t minus y of s is equal to x of t minus tau d minus x of s. This is your equation number 3. Now introducing the deviation variable. I know that the variable minus the steady state, the variable minus steady state is nothing but the deviation variable. So I can write here capital Y of t. This is nothing but your capital Y of t, and this is nothing but your capital X of t minus tau d is the deviation variable. So introducing the deviation variable, y of t minus y of s will be equal to capital Y of t, and x of t minus tau d minus x of s will be equal to capital X of t minus tau d. This is your equation number 4. What is remain now? Only to take the Laplace transform. So taking Laplace transform, you will get here t is y of s and x of t minus tau d is deviation variable with respect to Laplace transform of input deviation variable is equal to e to the power minus tau d. This is your transfer function. This is your transfer function of transportation lag parameter equation number 5, the important equation. This equation relates the changes in the output with respect to the changes in the input, and it shows that your output will be delayed by the time constant tau d. So this is the transfer function relating the changes in the output with respect to the changes in the input as e to the power minus tau ds. This is called as the transfer function of the transportation lag parameter, and you have to come across and compensate this transportation lag parameter in many stability problems such as the root locus diagram, Bode stability analysis, and many more. So this is regarding to the determination of the transfer function of the transportation lag parameter, and that is equal to e to the